Wednesday, 22nd of January 2025, a monumental day. The Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Lord Tom Watson have received apologies from newsgroup newspapers. Let's watch what Prince Harry's lawyer had to say.
I've been asked to read out a statement on behalf of the Duke of Sussex and Lord Watson. In a monumental victory today, News UK have admitted that The Sun, the flagship title for Rupert Murdoch's UK media empire, has indeed engaged in illegal practices. This represents a vindication for the hundreds of other claimants who were strong-armed into settling without being able to get to the truth of what was done to them. After endless resistance, denials, and legal battles by newsgroup newspapers, including spending more than £1 billion in payouts and in legal costs, as well as paying off those in the know, in order to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally held to account for its illegal actions and its blatant disregard for the law. It has also specifically admitted wrongdoing against Tom Watson and admitted unlawful acts by The Sun, as well as by the News of the World against Prince Harry.
And that, with the News of the World, as I understand it, was including the stories that were fabricated and attempted to be framed and made up and whatnot by Rupert Murdoch's fake Sheikh, Mazher Mahmood, as detailed at the links above or below this video. Let's just find what Tom Watson had to say. Here we go. Let's go there, and this is what Tom Watson had to say.
Like every other person persecuted by newsgroup newspapers, I wish they had left my family alone. But what happened, happened. Today, I'm glad they have finally accepted responsibility. I'm glad they've apologised and acknowledged the direct harm caused by years of unlawful surveillance by their journalists and their army of private investigators, not just to my family, but to Prince Harry and his. As the formidable Mr. Sherborne and my diligent solicitor, Ellen Gallagher, and our impressive team of lawyers at Hamlins have showed, in over 1,300 civil cases, these unlawful practices were not isolated incidents. They were industrial in scale and central to the modus operandi of newsgroup newspapers as a whole. I once said that the big beasts of the tabloid jungle have no predators. I was wrong. They have Prince Harry. His bravery and astonishing courage have brought accountability to a part of the media world that thought it was untouchable.
Wow, powerful indeed. There's stuff all over the internet about this, as you may or may not already realise, but you can find out at circusofthemind.net. Newsgroup newspapers made me a Part 36 offer, which means basically they effectively weaponised the point of law to be able to give me some money and stop me from stepping into court to give my evidence. Although they did that, I had given a witness statement to the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, and could have been called as a witness in this trial with regards to my experiences of Rupert Murdoch's fake Sheikh Mazher Mahmood drugging my drinks, printing stuff I never said, saying I did things I'd never done, and a whole bunch of other unlawful and illegal activities. But they silenced me in terms of my own claim. But then obviously this has now happened and they've admitted loads of things they've never admitted before, meaning the trial won't go ahead. But hopefully at some point we will get a Leveson Inquiry Part 2, and I'll be more than happy to give all the evidence that I've acquired over the past 27 years of the fake Sheikh Mazher Mahmood's unlawful and illegal activities to the committee who do Part 2 of the Leveson Inquiry. I'd also be happy to give it all to the police, should that become relevant at any time as well. I made a video earlier today that you can find on my YouTube account YouTube celebrity hypnotist. I'm just going to play you that now, but you can go to the videos section of the playlist and find the one, The Rise and Fall of the Fake Sheikh. But this will show you the statement that newspapers made today. Hey, good morning, good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you are watching this video. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of January 2025. My name by birth, Alex William Smith, better known to many of you as Jonathan Royal Hypnotist, and my experiences as a victim of Rupert Murdoch's fake Sheikh Mazher Mahmood, who used to work for the newsgroup newspapers News of the World publication, are fully detailed at circusofthemind.net, with stuff that is very relevant to the trial that was supposed to go ahead with the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry and Lord Tom Watson. I was supposed to be in court with them as well, but I was made a Part 36 offer at the end of 2024, and then I gave them a witness statement about my experiences with the fake Sheikh and his illegal activities towards me. Unfortunately, that will now not get read out in court, and I will not be called to the stand, because today it's been announced that newsgroup newspapers have settled with the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry and Lord Tom Watson as per this statement. NGN's apology to the claimants, released on the 22nd of January 2025. NGN, newsgroup newspapers, offers a full and unequivocal apology to the Duke of Sussex for the serious intrusion by the Sun between 1996 and 2011 into his private life, including incidents of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for the Sun. NGN also offers a full and unequivocal apology to the Duke of Sussex for the phone hacking, surveillance and misuse of private information by journalists and private investigators instructed by them at the News of the World. That included Mazher Mahmood, is my side note. Newsgroup newspapers further apologises to the Duke for the impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, his late mother, in particular during his younger years. We acknowledge and apologise for the distress caused to the Duke and the damage inflicted on relationships, friendships and family, and have agreed to pay him substantial damages. It is also acknowledged, without any admission of illegality, that NGN's response to the 2006 arrests and subsequent actions were regrettable. Newsgroup newspapers also offers a full and unequivocal apology to Lord Watson for the unwarranted intrusion carried out into his private life during his time in government by the News of the World during the period 2009 to 2011. This includes him being placed under surveillance in 2009 by journalists at the News of the World and those instructed by them. I believe that included Mazher Mahmood's team. Newsgroup newspapers also acknowledges, computer's gone off, let's put it back on there, also acknowledges and apologises for the adverse impact this had on Lord Watson's family and has agreed to pay him substantial damages. In addition, in 2011, News International received information that information was being passed covertly to Lord Watson from within News International. We now understand that this information was false and Lord Watson was not in receipt of any such confidential information. Newsgroup newspapers apologises fully and unequivocally for this. So the trial of the century will now not go ahead. My witness statement and other people's will not get read out. But hey, it doesn't really matter. How many, well, they've admitted liability. Alright, they've fallen short of turning around and saying that they did things that were illegal. But there again, having said that, it's not legal to hack people's phones. And they have admitted to such things. Look, if you look at my website, circusofthemind.net, you'll see something rather interesting there. Simply go to where it says circusofthemind.net and scroll down. Now, that's the cover of my new 2-part book, Imposter: Rupert Murdoch's Fake Sheikh, Mahmood Exposed, which also includes details of all the kind of things that newspapers have been accused of over the years, along with evidence. But as you scroll down, you will see, as well as details of my ongoing quest for justice to get my unsafe convictions overturned, you will see a link here to the re-amended generic particulars of concealment and destruction upon which myself, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and other claimants rely on against newspapers. And there is a link to that. That link will lead to this document, which is in the public domain. If ever that should disappear, you can merely go to the link, right mouse click, copy link address, and paste it into Web Archive to see an archive copy. And that lays out in this document, available on circusofthemind.net, what Prince Harry and Tom Watson would have been getting the judge to test in court, as it were. Have a look at that document on circusofthemind.net, where the link is, and decide for yourself why newspapers at the last moment have decided to make substantial, and I imagine there'll be massively substantial, payments to Lord Tom Watson and to Prince Harry, along with making this apology, which includes apologies related to the Sun newspaper, something they have never ever done before. Is it, as I mentioned in my video on my Celebrity Hypnotist YouTube channel yesterday, on the 21st of January 2025, where I did a prediction of what I expected to happen with this trial, is it because News Group ultimately did not want the judge to make a legal ruling on the contents of what is in the generic particulars of concealment and destruction? Could it be that they did not want the judge ruling that many of the senior executives at News Group newspapers had, as is alleged in that document, lied at the Leveson inquiry, committed perjury, and that they'd instructed illegal activities to take place? Have a look again at that statement, Law. Go back, watch it at the beginning of the video. It's also available all over the internet, not surprisingly, and read it. They've admitted to more than they've admitted to before, and if you then go and have a look at the generic particulars of concealment and destruction, it seems clear to me that they did not want any of the senior executives' past statements to end up being ruled as perjurous by the judge, as they could have potentially been, and they did not want a spotlight shone on the activities, the illegal activities of the likes of Mazher Mahmood, where my kind of statement would have been pointing out the fact that he drugged my drinks. I have evidence of that he printed things that I never actually said and claimed I did things that I never actually did, and that his whole fantasy world is explained at circusofthemind.net. So yeah, the 22nd of January 2025, they've actually admitted liability for various things, both at the News of the World and also at the Sun newspaper. Watch this space. There will be more and more about it appearing on the internet, no doubt. And I'll put links above or below this video to some of the first articles that come out that you can go and have a look at for more information. So yes, indeed, Rupert Murdoch's News Group newspapers have admitted various things and apologised to the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Lord Tom Watson. And, well, yeah, look at the links above or below this, and I'll finish again by playing you, well, first of all, the statement of Lord Tom Watson, who was also a victim of the fake Sheikh Mazher Mahmood, as I explain at circusofthemind.net.
Like every other person persecuted by News Group newspapers, I wish they had left my family alone. But what happened, happened. Today, I'm glad they have finally accepted responsibility. I'm glad they've apologised and acknowledged the direct harm caused by years of unlawful surveillance by their journalists and their army of private investigators, not just to my family, but to Prince Harry and his. As the formidable Mr. Sherborne and my diligent solicitor Ellen Gallagher and our impressive team of lawyers at Hamlins of Show, 100 civil cases, These unlawful practices were not isolated incidents. They were industrial in scale and central to the modus operandi of news group newspapers as a whole. I once said that the big beasts of the tabloid jungle have no predators. I was wrong. They have Prince Harry. His bravery and astonishing courage have brought accountability to a part of the media world that thought it was untouchable.
We lost it there for a minute, but that's basically what Lord Tom Watson said. And then when the computer stops having a funny, we're just going to find what David Sherborne, who was also my barrister, but News Group newspapers, made me a Part 36 offer towards the end of 24 to effectively silence me. Here's what he had to say today.
I've been asked to read out a statement on behalf of the Duke of Sussex and Lord Watson. In a monumental victory today, News UK have admitted that The Sun, the flagship title for Rupert Murdoch's UK media empire, has indeed engaged in illegal practices. This represents a vindication for the hundreds of other claimants who were strong-armed into settling without being able to get to the truth of what was done to them. After endless resistance, denials, and legal battles by News Group newspapers, including spending more than £1 billion in payouts and in legal costs, as well as paying off those in the know, in order to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally held to account for its illegal actions and its blatant disregard for the law. It has also specifically admitted wrongdoing against Tom Watson and admitted unlawful acts by The Sun, as well as by the News of the World against Prince Harry.
Wow. It's a day, 22nd of January 2025. Some of you will know that since 1998 I've been trying to expose dishonesty and unlawful and as later became illegal actions in the media, and this is a monumental event along that journey that I was involved with. As I say, I would have been, at the very least, my witness statement would have been read out in court during the Prince Harry trial. I may have even been called to the stand, but I was originally going to be one of the claimants. Well, I was one of the claimants, but News Group newspapers made me a Part 36 offer, which basically effectively weaponised Part 36 offers to silence me before Christmas. My story and quest for truth and justice is at circusofthemind.net. That's also where you'll find the link to the generic particulars of concealment and destruction, the things that in particular News Group newspapers would not have wanted a judge to make judgment on or rulings on in a court of law, for reasons that will become obvious when you take a look at them at circusofthemind.net. Please spread this video far and wide to help spread the truth.